Okay, the final section of this, lecture is looking at economic, social and cultural rights. Again, very briefly, we're just going to cover the main elements of these rights, because we will be picking this up when we look at ICESCR, which is the legally binding version of these rights, which comes about, decades after the UDHR. So firstly, we have economic rights, and these are the rights for to participate economically in society and to earn an economic livelihood. So Article 22 says you have a right to social security. That means that if you can't earn an economic livelihood because of disability or poverty or other reasons, the government should give you social security to support you economically. The next article is various articles around the right to work. So you've got rights to work and equal pay and fair and favourable or just and favourable remuneration, which means kind of fair pay, rights to join trade unions. Now, there are lots more rights to work which have been developed in other treaties, but the economic, social and cultural rights does detail more of your human rights to work. And then the last article here is the rights not to work, the rights to rest and leisure, which is kind of everyone's favourite right, the right to, and which is seen as for children, it's like the right to play. Now next we look at social rights, and these are rights of social services, which are basically the rights to health. Here, the rights to health is rather complex in its elements, and we may cover that when we look at ICESCR. The rights to food and clothing and housing, which also includes the rights to water, because water being as a part of food, and then also the right to education. Now again, most of these rights have many more details, exactly what they mean in terms of what is the right to health or what is the right to education. We will develop these later on. And then finally, we have cultural rights, the rights to participate in the cultural life of your community. This is primarily seen as the right to speak your language, practice your religion, and engage in your cultural activities, which may be births, deaths, and marriages, or national holidays, or things like that. And that's cultural rights. Important for minority groups and Indigenous groups, this is where cultural rights are used. Okay, so that ends the lecture.